breaths here to really relax the shoulders, breathing in all the way to the top, and each time you exhale, feel the shoulders sighing down, releasing tension. Feel the breath moving through the body, trying to use deep breaths, your full lung capacity, breathing deeply to awaken the body, bringing the oxygen in. And slowly take the hands down and look to the toes. So we begin to lift the toes as we inhale, and as you exhale, roll back down. Little toe goes down first, and we're rolling down independently if you can. Big toe comes down last. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the toes. Exhale as you roll down through each toe. 1 more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale, look at the toes and see if you can create a little bit more space in between each one as you place them back down on the ground. And once they're down, begin to rock a little forward and back. So you're just trying to find that central point where the weight isn't too far forward in the balls of the feet, and it's also not too far back into the heels. Once you find that central point, stay there, and then a little rock side to side. So again, just noticing how the weight distributes and trying to find that central point when it's not more on the left or the right, but it's very much equally distributed and you're balancing in the center. Sliding the hands up to the waist. Start to now take the weight on the left foot and point the right toes. And then start to float the right foot up and begin to circle the ankle around. So now we're moving up a little more into the ankle, changing direction, just loosening up, placing that foot down, rolling onto the outside edge of the foot, and then rolling onto the inside edge. Outside edge and inside edge. 1 more time each way, just rolling through the foot. And then picking up the foot and stepping it slightly back. So you're now tucking the toes under and start to put a little more weight onto the top of the foot just to stretch through the toes and through the top of the foot. And then place it down, and we'll do all that on the other side. So begin to balance on your right foot, pointing the left toes forward. And when you feel ready, floating the foot up and beginning to circle the ankle. You may get a few little clicks. Circle the other way. And place the foot down. Roll to the outside edge and then the inside edge. Outside and inside. 1 more time each way. Holding back at center, taking the foot behind, tucking the toes under, just putting a little bit more weight into the top of the foot just so that you can feel a nice stretch there. And then release, taking the feet about hip distance apart, just coming down into a little squat just so that you can lift up onto the toes and stretch through the toes this way. And then coming back, feet about hip distance apart, beginning to lift up onto the toes, and then exhale as you lower. If you prefer to have the arms out, if this helps with balance, you can have the arms forward or out to the side. So inhale as you lift up and exhale as you lower. See if you can do it as slowly and controlled as you can. So now we're beginning to work through the calf muscles. So this is good to get the lymphatic system going. The lymphatic system doesn't have its own pump in the body, so the calf muscles act as the pump. So now we're going to take the hands to the waist, and we're going to use that pumping movement to get the lymphatic system going. So we're going to do it a little quicker now. So you're just pumping the calf muscles. So all of the feet and the toes stay on the floor, and you're just bouncing up and down on the heels, lifting and lowering. If you want, you can bring the shoulders into it a little bit, or you can just stick with the legs for now. For 3, 2, 1, and lovely, holding there. Hands come back onto the waist. Let's pick up the right foot and circle through the hip. So now we're moving a little bit higher up, beginning to move, lubricating the hip joints. And placing that foot down, other side. Circles from the left hip. Think about where the movement is coming from. One more time, and then holding their feet a little bit wider than the hips, and we're going to start to circle the hips around. Big circles, getting everything moving, everything flowing, and going the other way. So you can do this practice any time of the day, but it's most beneficial in the morning time. Maybe when you've just woken up, or shortly after breakfast, to get everything moving. And holding there. Taking the fingertips in front, soft bend in the knees, and we're just going to twist side to side, starting to bring the waist into it now. Seeing how that feels. One side may feel a little tighter or looser than the other. Holding at the centre, taking the arms down, keep that soft bend in the knees as you reach the right arm up, and exhaling over to the side. Coming back, left arm reaches up, inhale here and exhale over to the side. Coming back up, let's start to bring the shoulders in now, swimming back. One arm and then the other. Just like you're doing backstroke here. And you can either isolate this movement like this from the shoulders, or you can bring the upper body in using a little bit of the obliques, moving more into the torso. And then holding their arms released down, make fists with the hands, and then tense the shoulders and relax, tense and relax. So as you exhale, you're really relaxing. You can even sigh out through the mouth. You can even start to release the hands now. 2 more. And relaxing there, rolling the shoulders, and then taking the hands across onto the knees, starting to move through the back, rounding the spine. Inhale, looking up, lifting the chest. Exhale, tuck the chin in and round. Inhale, forward and up. 2 more times. Moving with your breath. Holding here, slowly coming back up to the top, and then we're going to bring the neck into stretch now. So right ear goes to right shoulder, right hand comes on top, and if you want you can reach the left fingers away. Just breathing here, steady breaths. Try to have the belly stays at the side, but chin comes down. Head comes back, bringing the head back up to the top, arm comes down, and then we're going to scrunch into the face. So scrunching up all the face muscles as you exhale, relax the face. Tensing up and relax. One more time, tensing the face and relax. If you want, you can open and close the jaw a few times. Working into the muscles of the face 2 more times. And well done. Just shaking everything out, releasing any tension. If you want, you can take the arms overhead, just getting rid of any remaining tension. And now we've worked our body toe to top. Everything should be stretched out, everything should be loose and limber, and you're ready to start your day. Thank you. Namaste.